I've had a couple officers ask me about residual odors. They've been doing some research on canines and talking about residual odors where the odor of a narcotic is present but the substance is not. And typically we find this when a dog alerts on a vehicle and we go to search incident to the alert and we don't find anything inside the vehicle. And it frustrates a lot of officers and frustrates a lot of handlers, and we have to learn to trust our dogs. So what I've done is set up a demonstration where in both of these clean cars that haven't been used for any type of training in the last 72 hours and have been sitting on this lot here at the BLET yard for a while, and BLET's out of session, but what I've done is I've gone and hid approximately 10 grams of heroin in this gas cap, and I've let it sit for about 5 minutes, and I'm just going to continue to rub this as I take it out and rub it right on the cap of this gas cap here. And again, this is 10 grams of heroin, and I'm going to leave it where we have a residual odor on this gas cap. Now I'm going to go to this newer car here where the door is open on the car, and I am going to open the car door once I get my flashlight. And again, I apologize, this is all being done here solo. And in the frame of this car door, I'm going to hide the 10 grams of heroin right down here in the bottom of this car frame. And we're going to shut it and let it sit for a second. And typically we like for it to sit for a few minutes and build up odor, but for the second time and the fact that heroin's a stronger narcotic, we're going to go ahead and try this. And what we should see is Tyson will obviously indicate here, being that the narcotic's present in this location, but what we're going to try and do is get him to scan this vehicle here, and what we'll probably see happen is he's going to alert on the area where the narcotic was, where the residual odor still is. And again, what we have to understand is the dog is trained to locate the odor and alert upon the odor only. He's not understanding that he's finding a substance. He thinks he's finding his little green ball. So we can't get frustrated when we search a car and instant to a canine alert and don't find anything, because that doesn't mean it wasn't there. If the person had just dropped off their shipment at the distributor and we stop the car just after the drop and the dog alerts and we don't find anything, doesn't mean that the substance wasn't there. Somebody smokes a joint and grabs a door handle as they get into the car and the dog alerts on the door handle. We can't get frustrated because we have to understand that the dog is alerting to the odor and not to the substance. So what we'll do is we'll go get Tyson out and we'll see what he does. Yep. Good man. Fogging. And what we're going to do is we're going to start on this car with the residual odor and see what he does. Fogging. Again, this was 10 grams of heroin. Foggy. Sit. He's already ready to work. You ready to work? All right, ready to work? All right, let's go. Here, search. Search. And he's going to go around the car and do his thing, and I'm going to let him. Search. Search. And immediately we have a behavior change. And there's his alert. Tyson is primarily a passive dog, and as you can see, he has sat down and he's doing what I call a towing effect, where he's showing me where it is by tapping on it. Show me. Right there. Where's that? Search. Search. Where's that? Search. Right there. Obviously, he's got a behavior change. His breathing pattern changed. There he goes, mouthing. That's a good indication for Tyson that he's found something. He's sitting. He's staring at the source. He's waiting to be rewarded. He gets to tapping, which is an extra indication for me. Just something we've built over time. He is primarily a passive dog, but I do like the extra indications. Some handlers don't, but I do. But he's looking at me for the ball. He realizes I've got it. Where's that? Show me. Show me. Where's that? Right there? Search. Search. Where's it at? And he realizes it's not a strong odor. Search. What you got? Search. Right there? Right here? And he's not wrong. So typically I would reward him, but I'm going to reward him on this last one. Good boy. Loose. Here. And we're going to go to this car here. Here. Search. And he's scanning that vehicle, which we want him scanning this one. Come here. Search. And again, we have a head snap, and he's in odor. Where's it at? Search. And there he goes, mouthing a scratch, a sit, and he's pawing at it, which is what I call towing. He's staring at the source. Now I'm going to get him to key in just a little bit. Tyson, show me. Where's that? Search. Search. Right there. And any idiot can see that this is a good canine alert. I mean, he's obviously indicating there's something in the car that is he's trying to locate, and he's biting at it, trying to get to it. What you got? Where is it at? Right there. And you know, Tyson's just an all-around good indicator. He's again is primarily passive, but he's indicating just like he did on the residual odor. He's indicating on the actual substance. So I'm going to step out of the picture here for a minute so I can get his reward. And as soon as he goes back into a sit, I'm going to give it to him. What you got? Search. Good boy. Search. Search. He's just all excited. That's some strong heroin, I tell you. Woo! Good man! What's that? Oh, good boy. And he gets rewarded. But as you can see, he alerted just like he did on the residual odor, which should tell you officers that just because a dog alerts doesn't mean the substance was not there. And I hope this clears up some issues about residual odor, and hope it encourages canine officers everywhere to trust their dogs.